Minam, greetings, Hera Omar Marin here in Yana Wana Somisek, present live to share a guided movement practice. Today we're focusing on our trunk, our legs, rootedness, to give us strength, but also boost and prime our amazing minds, our brain, our heart, and spirit. I'm gonna invite us to move along through some of the dynamic warm-up activities, the stretches, inviting us to either be close to a chair we can hold on to, a wall, or a tree, when possible, when we can be outside as well, to connect with the positive energy of Mother Earth, of nature. And I have a mat set up, so you can do it on floor, you can do it on carpet, you can do it on any material really, just inviting us to get creative. Sometimes we just can do it in our own room and zone in, right? So I'm gonna invite us to listen to our own bodies, to take care of ourselves. There are gonna be some entry-level approaches to some of the movements and also a little bit more advanced. Intensity interval training, IIT, IT, reminding you that you are it. Everything that you can imagine, dream of, we turn it on today. So we're gonna begin by connecting with something that's gonna support our balance and gently moving at a range of a 7 out of a 10. Right, we're warming up, and before we start stretching muscles that may not be warm yet, we're just gently like a pendulum, letting the hip release, letting that blood flow, breathing in and out through the nose, filling the belly as we breathe, noticing sounds around us, noticing where we are. We can be centered and fully present as we do these warm-up activities. That's that one side, and now we're gonna transition into gentle hinges from our knees. When we're doing this, we're mindful our posture's tall, straight. We're engaging the belly, our core, our balance. Excellent. Moving to the next side. You may be all right where you're positioned. You may want to turn your body. For this moment, we want to be a bit comfortable so we can get full range of motion. Again, I may be moving at a 7. You may feel more warmed up, and you may want to move a little bit wider. Just want to invite us to move at our own pace. It's an easy pace so that we can go the long journey. Sustain our strength, our endurance. Excellent. Now transitioning into these little knee hinges. Excellent. So we did one set on each side. I'm inviting you to do one set or 2 sets on each side, whatever feels good for you in this moment. I feel complete for this moment to transition. So inviting us to transition into the space that we'll be doing our movement. I prefer to do them barefoot or with socks, depending on the weather and where you're at. With barefoot or with socks on to really engage all the micro tendons and ligaments of the feet to strengthen that part of our root system, right, our balance. So one last warm-up exercise for the knees, inviting us to do some circles while breathing deep into the belly and seeing if we can send that breath into the back of the heart, back of the chest. And then rotating to the other side, giving a gentle squeeze to our knees, beginning to warm things up and get ready to strengthen those biggest muscles in our body, our quads, the hamstrings, the calves, the shins. So beginning entry level, inviting us to begin by balancing our posture, right? We're gonna stick our hips out, stick our hips forward, finding that middle, flexing the belly, gently tapping it, shrugging the shoulders up, back, and down. Finding that middle, finding that grace, that strength. And from here, we're gonna do some squats, one version just on their own, and then there's also gonna be a jumping version. So inviting us. You can see how naturally my arms just engage, right? There's a natural intelligence in our body where the body's gonna move to compensate, to support our balance. So welcoming you to see what feels good for you. You can try with your hands at your side and notice it's a little bit more difficult. Right? We'll just move with grace, letting our arms come out. We're doing these without weights this first set. Then I also brought a few props to show us a few different variations. Excellent. So inviting us on that warm up, we can do anywhere from 8 to 15 repetitions. Now in between, right, this IT training, intensity and intervals, inviting us to now, we're gonna gently begin working on some of these hinges. Shoulders back, up and down, and we're gonna gently just come out about 30 degrees, get a stretch in the hamstrings, and we're coming back. This is the first set, we're gonna warm it up. Keep it an integrity of our spine as well. Trying to keep our shoulders back and aligned. The back of the shoulders, almost as if they're kind of like gently engaged or kind of pinched backwards. Help support our posture, support our spine. So this is a warm-up round, engaging these hamstrings. And for these last few, inviting us as we come back, we squeeze those hip flexors, those glutes. As much as possible, breathing in and out through the nose. And if it's difficult, we feel like we have to breathe through the mouth, inviting us to actually slow down a little bit more, seeing if we can challenge ourselves to just do activity that we can do through our nose. Helps us optimize a balance of oxygen and CO2 in our blood. Excellent. All right, now the next set, we're gonna engage the calves a little bit and inviting us to bring our digits together. We're gonna bring our arms up like a tree, and we're just gonna do some toe raises. Again, these are warm-up levels for this first round. And once we get that blood circulating, we'll warm up enough to begin adding a little bit of a hop to our movements, a little bit more weight, a little bit more resistance to strengthen those muscles, to even tear those muscle fibers just enough to where when they repair back stronger than before, and they stimulate all those amazing chemicals in our brain, boosting our mood, boosting our attitude, our view, and our confidence to take on other challenges and step into our best selves. All right, that was one round, inviting us in between sets, keeping blood flowing in the hip flexors. Noticing how my arms and my legs move together. The arm goes behind me, breathing in and out through the nose, centered, present, fully. Honoring our body, working our bodies, testing it, challenging it, little by little. Excellent, getting ready for our next set. And for these squats, we're gonna add a little bit of a hop or a lot of a hop, depending on what you feel ready for. First, engaging our balance, our posture, like we did. Coming down, gentle hop. Again, seeing if you can engage your arms, they come out, and they swing back as you come up. As if they're wings, the fingers touch, you can cup air. It gives you an extra boost. And from here, you may do anywhere from 6 to 12 repetitions. Breathing in and out through the nose. Feeling that burn. Sometimes I feel that burn. Just rocking left to right. Lifting up the knees a bit, just circulating life force. Hopefully the blood is pumping, the lungs are also asking for more air. Get ready for this next hinge. We can do it without weight for this next round. And again, integrity of our posture first. We're not leaning forward, we're not rounding. We're strong, but at the same time, we're also effortless. Breath in, breath out. Slowly coming forward, and coming up and squeezing at the back. Still moving easy at an easy rhythm, but as you'll see, it starts to become difficult. So that healthy challenge, supporting us to grow, strengthening our body, our minds, all that chemistry, brightening up all those cells, because when they get to work together to repair muscle fibers and circulate blood flow, increases our overall energy, clarity. Excellent. We'll do one more here, remembering that we squeeze when we come up. All right, so keeping that energy flowing, our digits come together, and we're gonna go ahead and begin another set of repetitions of rising on the toes, and or if we're ready, inviting us to try 20 hops. They can be short hops. You can see I'm barely coming off the ground. See if we can do that by breathing in and out through the nose. Slowly bring the hands down. Yeah. Got my blood pumping, as you can hear, and I'm speaking at the same time, so hopefully it's a lot easier for you all, as you don't have to speak. You just focus on your breathing in and out through the nose, sending that oxygen to all those muscles that are pumping, inviting us to, in an active way, rest for 15 seconds. I'm showing us a few different ways that I like to do active rest. Trying to keep the blood flowing. And I'll also do just gentle kicks out in front of me. Real gentle, just keeping the blood circulating. Five more seconds. Breathing in and out through the nose, really sending that oxygen to those muscles. Right on. Ready for this next set? I'm gonna add an element to it, so we'll pay attention here, inviting us get our posture down. All right, we'll do some hops. We're doing these without weight, and as you can see down next to me, I've got a boulder, sometimes have a few. After you've done this every 3 days for 2 weeks, you'll be needing a little bit more weight. You'll be able to find a boulder, a tree branch. You'll get creative. I've filled a backpack with boots. All right, so for our last 2 reps here, we're going to squat, we're gonna hold it, we're gonna come up halfway, we're gonna hold it, we're gonna come up all the way, breathing. Engaging left to right hemispheres of the mind, the body. And now I'm just gonna model for us how to do a set of these hamstring hinges with a rock, a beautiful boulder bar from Mother Earth. It could be anything from 2 pounds to 5 pounds to, you can start to get heavier weights if you'd like, but just showing us that we don't necessarily need to go out and purchase things. We can get creative and borrow items from our Mother Earth, always asking for permission, giving thanks. We'll begin with our posture. Squeezing as we come back. So big muscle groups, now a bit of the smaller. We've been doing hops. Now I'm gonna invite us to bring in the the impossible shuffle. digits touch again. I'll show us 2 versions of this. We can just be kicking out. You can see it's not much, but I'm keeping blood flowing. I'm engaging my toes. I'm engaging all the ligaments in my feet. And then the next level is shuffling. And really appreciating these kinds of movements, shuffles, hops, because they really move our lymph. They really move our blood. They move stagnant energy in the body, help it flow so that the body can be renewing. Every day, multiple moments throughout our day. Pump up the brain, get oxygen to it so we can think clear, we can think bright and creative. We can also plant those healthy thoughts, healthy visions, healthy self-talk. As we prime our mind, our bodies, we make ourselves suggestible so that whatever we think or we call in or we envision or we intend for, we pray for, we magnetize it even more. We resonate at that frequency so we attract all that we need to make those visions of our best self, of our fulfillment, of our realization come true. Last 2 breaths. Coming down to a slow, letting the arms come down slowly. And now a short bonus, inviting us, we're gonna practice a particular type of squat that's actually a seating position, right? So from this, we get to strengthen parts of our thigh muscles, our quadriceps. But as you can see with my elbows, I'm gently pushing out, I'm getting a nice stretch so that my spine can be long. After a while, 30 seconds at a time, we can train ourselves to be able to sit in this position for multiple minutes at a time, which is a lot more supportive than sitting at a chair, which blocks a lot of energy flow. And from here, just allowing ourselves to engage some of our stabilizer muscles, so elbows stay touching on the inside of the knees, and inviting us just to move forward and stretching out the calves, turning one way, turning the other way. Then again, standing on the calves, allowing our fingertips to support us to get up on those calves. Getting ready to do our last set of our quads for now. Taking a deep inhale, and our next exhale coming up. Synchronizing that breath, pacing left and right. And this last dynamic activity, right, gonna invite us to raise one knee and the opposite arm, engaging the whole body, the whole shoulders. This is gonna turn into a little bit of a hop in a moment, right? Also just helps engage the whole body and engage the belly, the core, right? We're isolating different muscles in this video, but as you'll see in our series, we're covering as much of the body as possible. We wanna strengthen those muscles that are also practical. We're not trying to get big, huge muscles just for look. We want practical muscles that result in us being able to move and dance and run and play and pick things up and build and even break things down when we need to. So, inviting us to bring a hop in. Notice how I'm engaging my shoulders. I make this an opportunity to also lubricate my shoulders. I'm taking big hops, I'm going a bit slow. Works a different muscle group. Now inviting us to go a little bit faster together. Have fun with this. Make it a dance of your own. And a few more. 2 more on each side, nice and long, nice and wide. All right. We're gonna move down just to get that last muscle group of the glutes. So inviting us to come on down into a seated position on our knees. And for this exercise, we're gonna bring both hands down in front of us, pressing our weight under our fingertips, which supports the wrist. And from here, we're gonna start with the left side, and you'll see my leg is straight, parallel to the ground. I'm gonna turn a little bit, and from here, I'm just gonna do some gentle raises up. Again, then this is without weight. After 2 weeks of doing this every 3 days or so, you'll want to look into some way to add resistance, like rubber bands that are really accessible to purchase. So inviting us again to begin here with anywhere from 8 to 15 reps. Excellent. Bringing it in, relaxing, keeping that balance. Back is flat. We'll begin the other side. So we end up doing 2 sets of each of these with a stretch in between. All right, and here comes the stretch, inviting us. Again, hands, fingertips strong behind us. And we're gonna gently pick up our hips. And as much as we can, we're gonna see if we can bring our left ankle on top of our right knee and slowly bring the hips towards the ground to where we feel a stretch on the outside of that left glute, those left hips. So again, using the strength of our fingertips, of our hands, protecting our wrists, holding ourselves up. This also engages the shoulders, the triceps, all of our stabilizer muscles. Breathing in and out through the nose. Exhaling, come up. Inhaling, switch legs. And then the same thing, slowly coming down. So what we work out, we're also stretching. As we work out, muscle fibers break down, the body releases particular acids, all in its intelligent design to repair. So by stretching, we help those fluids just move and circulate. There's no stagnation. There's blood flowing, repairing, soothing, circulating life force. Excellent. Both feet come together. We'll get ready for the second set. We know what we're ready to do. Leg out. Breathing in and out through the nose. This is an excellent training set to do once every 3 days. And as we encourage, at least twice a week, dancing, running, so that we work those short twitch and long twitch muscle fibers. Excellent. Turning to the other side. So we're dynamic for the short spurts, for the short sprints, and also for the long distance trots. Intentional running, intentional dancing. Two more. And now inviting us to get ready for our next bonus element, which is just guiding us in a short round of stretching and rolling out these muscles. Like our body's dough, we're rolling it out with this fascia roller. So I'm gonna just show us a couple movements on it that I like to do for the outside of the quads, the IT band. Again, same principles, using our arms, our hands, our fingertips, and gently rocking up. This is an excellent exercise. Again, engaging all those stabilizer muscles, but also rolling out those muscles that we've been using. And the moment you'll see I'm gonna adjust, I'm gonna come get the top of the thigh. Now I'm gonna move the roller up a bit and focus in on that high glute muscle. And then from here transitioning to do the whole back, nice and slow. You can have fun with this. You can lean in, get the shoulder, get the trapezius. For now, focusing those muscles that we've been working today. can see different angles from in front, from behind. Really working that IT band. You'll see my posture. This time I'm using my forearms. You can use the arms, the forearm. Be intuitive. Slowly, really getting that hip flexor, massaging out all those muscles that have been worked. And now we'll transition to one of my favorites, working the shins. You'll see I kind of gently turn on one side, turn on the other. Transition, get a little bit on top of the thigh muscles. And in closing, bringing our left hand nice and open, receiving our right fist, bringing it to our chest, giving thanks to our body for this training. Intensity intervals. You are it. Inviting you to integrate, if you'd like, on your back for 2 to 3 minutes, breathing in and out through the nose or seated, feeling all the rewards from that workout, from all of your efforts, integrating and inviting that repair. Thanks for practicing today.